Hello and welcome. My name is Robin and you're watching Robin Reads. Today I want to do something sort of completely different and I want to do sort of a discussion video. And as you saw in the title, I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience with social media, my experience with Goodreads, and my experience with taking a break off my phone for a week. And yeah, so let's get into the video. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is, as I said, social media. So I have had social media, as probably everyone, for quite some time. And I had probably like accounts for every different social media. And the ones that I used most frequently were Facebook. I used Twitter sometime because when I joined BookTube, I wanted to be participating more. So Twitter and also Instagram. I got a LinkedIn account. Got a couple of years ago, I got Snapchat and yeah, a lot of different social media accounts. And about a year ago, I think I sort of wanted to change this because I was feeling not quite happy with my social media use. I was not using it super frequently, but when I used it, I was just scrolling and I didn't really use it for a purpose. And it actually made me feel sort of anxious because I felt like I needed to keep up with everything and everyone. And I really didn't like that feeling. So about a year ago, I think now, maybe half a year, something like that, I decided to delete all of my social media, except of course for YouTube. And yeah, I have my Gmail account. I think that's sort of like social media, and Goodreads, and that's it. And yeah, I decided to do that, so I didn't feel very anxious anymore. And that was actually the case because I just was more in the present, which was sometimes difficult because other people were on social media. So, for example, at school, in the break, people were just scrolling on their phone, and I tried to have a conversation, but it didn't really work out because everyone was on her phone. So that is still a little bit of a struggle because other people still use it quite frequently, and therefore I feel a little bit disconnected because people are always looking on their phone and not have conversation face to face. And yeah, therefore onto the next sort of thing is Goodreads. So I have used Goodreads for I think like 4 or 5 years now, and I discovered it and was super happy to have discovered it because yeah, it is just a very great website. And I have used it like a lot since then. So how I used Goodreads was I kept up with my notifications a couple of times a day, and I scrolled a lot through what people thought about books, commented a lot, did a lot with book clubs and other groups and stuff. And when I started reading a book and when I finished the book, I immediately put it on Goodreads. So basically, I was the whole day long busy with keeping up with my Goodreads account. So a couple of weeks ago now, you guys know that the reading rush happened, and I want to address that also in this video. That I am not going to be participating anymore in the reading rush because of everything that happened. I have deleted their account, and also by the creator that has her own account, and also their podcast, because I really wasn't feeling good about still sort of following them and sort of just how do you call it? Just following them. So therefore I deleted those, and I won't be participating anymore in the reading rush. Um, just I will I will link a video down below of a creator that has been vocal about this, and I hope that she can explain more what happened and also how she felt about it. And she explained that, and that made just me realize that this just isn't right. So therefore I decided to do this. So I'll link that down below. But previously on that, I did participate in the reading rush, and the girls who made the reading rush also have a podcast, and they decided with their podcast to do something that is basically social media off for a month. So I decided to participate in that, and as I said previously, I don't really have any social media anymore. But what I did was try not to use my phone for a week, or as less as possible. So what I did, I put my phone on my nightstand and just left it there for the whole day. So if people wanted to reach out to me, they needed to do it in person, or they needed to wait for me to answer. And yeah, that felt pretty good actually, because most of the time when I'm doing something, for example reading, I'm reading for some time and then the chapter is over, for example, and then I will look at my phone and check if I have messages. I rarely have messages because I don't really have a super social connection with people. So it wasn't, I was waiting for those messages, but they weren't coming in. But I was still checking my phone. I really didn't like that. So therefore I decided to stop doing that. And what I also did for a week was stop watching YouTube, because YouTube is of course a social media. And I also stopped using Goodreads for a week. What I did instead of using Goodreads, I took a notebook and just wrote there like book title, writer, and then started, the date, finished, the date, rating, the rating, and then just a review basically that I wrote. And I did that for a week, and after a week I analyzed a little bit on how I was feeling about this, and if I wanted to keep doing this. And I actually decided to keep doing it. And well, I decided to keep doing the WhatsApp part, so that I wasn't using WhatsApp a lot. So just a couple of times a day instead of one them, but a couple of times a day I will check my phone, but I will just leave it when I'm doing something. So for example, reading, I'm going to read, so I will leave my phone somewhere else so I won't look at it. For YouTube, I decided that I was still going to do what I always do, and that is in the morning when I have my breakfast, I am watching YouTube, because that helps me eat. I have this problem in the morning that I can't really eat very good, and YouTube helps me to basically help me with eating. So that I really missed in that week, so therefore I am just watching YouTube. But what I did on YouTube was delete a lot of channels, because I have this sort of pressure, pressure from BookTube, that I have the feeling that I need to follow everyone, and I had like 50 channels that I followed, and I just wasn't happy about that. So what I did, I deleted a lot of accounts, and I have like 15 that I follow. And those 15 are people that I really enjoy watching and really like watching. And that doesn't really give me pressure anymore. because my to watch list was just getting way too big and I was always behind on watching things. And that just really isn't nice, because then you can't really comment or anything, because then it will be sort of too late already. So I'm really happy that I did that. And on Goodreads, and also, by the way, my Letterboxd account, I have that for movies. I really liked that I didn't use it. So what I'm doing now, I have this notebook, and I do what I said. So just putting there what I would put in Goodreads, I'm just putting that in my notebook, and then every the end of the month I just put everything in Goodreads and Letterboxd. And yeah, I'm really liking that. I just really am liking that, because the pressure is a bit off and I'm just not looking at my phone the whole time, which I really enjoy doing. And I have more time to just do other things. So yeah, I just love that. So that's where I wanted to talk about my experience, and I thought maybe other people would like to experiment with this, because as I said, I'm feeling a bit annoyed by people just always being on their phone, and it would just be nice to have a more conversations face to face. And I really hoped that I could sort of plant a seed in your head that maybe you want to do this yourself and not be looking at your phone the whole time. Also, it's very good for reading more or watching series more. So, or socialize more, of course. So yeah, I really hoped that you liked this video, and I will see you soon. So please give this a thumbs up, comment and subscribe, and I will see you later.